Why were you in a wheelchair in June of 2015?
Because my mother forced me to be in one.
Do you know why you were forced to be in a wheelchair?
No, sir, she just forced me to be in one. Keeping it a secret from it's sort of like everybody who knows me. I don't even know how I got started. When I was 6 years old, I went into the hospital for like 6 months. I was explaining to him, like, so I had a seizure when I was 6. Number one, I wasn't 6 when I was in the wheelchair, that I got in the wheelchair, so that was wrong. So I don't even know why I said that.
Put in a wheelchair. Mm-hmm. And you were 7 years old, correct?
Yes, sir.
And how long had you been in a wheelchair as of June of 2015?
Since probably I was about 8 years old.
Why did she tell you you were going in the wheelchair?
I did get into a motorcycle accident with my grandfather, and it skinned my knee. And she took me to the hospital and then told me that the doctor gave her a wheelchair, and I have to be in a wheelchair now. To the room, and she had a wheelchair with her, and very bluntly told me to use the wheelchair. I didn't understand her reasonings, but I trusted her.
Why were you in a wheelchair in June of 2015?
Because my mother forced me to be in one.
Do you know why you were forced to be in a wheelchair?
No, sir, she just forced me to be in one. And the doctors told me that I had a seizure in surgery, and I wouldn't be able to walk, that I was paralyzed permanently. But the thing is watching that, I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I didn't have a seizure for real, but I didn't know that. You know, what I was going off of was what my mom would tell people of why. That part, like the part that I had a seizure, was true. In surgery, I had the seizure and I was paralyzed. But what they didn't know is that it was temporary paralysis. I couldn't walk. And so what I was like trying to convey in that message to Nick was, you know, I'm being complacent with my mom. I'm telling her what she wants to hear, but this is the truth. I could walk, but and not permanent. And by the time I started to get my feeling back in my legs, and I hadn't tried to walk then, but I was too young and I just kept to myself. And throughout the years, I tried to tell my mom a few times, and I guess I was just afraid of her not loving me as much as she does if I couldn't walk. You know, I didn't want to make her sad or lose any love from her. I guess that's the reason why I kept it a secret from her. And so I just kept it to myself for a long time until 2011, whenever I sort of started rebelling as a teenager and ran away from home, literally ran away from home, stumbled. Before I ran away, I started trying to walk as much as I could. And I just got enough strength to be able to leave home. Unfortunately, it was to the wrong person. And so mom's kind of in denial in a way. I don't really know, because I guess it would be too hard to explain to all our friends and everything. And you know, one thing I never want to go is like a liar. And believe me, I would like for people to know the truth, but being as it is, I would lose a lot of friends, I think. And I just don't want anybody to hate me.